Good morning, everyone. And thank you for Tipatat. Great speech. Actually, Tipatat is our official partner. And then some of slides is actually overlapped. That's why maybe I'm going to skip it. But this is the Pocket Gamer Connect. And then we are a gaming company. And then I personally visited more than 20 countries only for the AR/VR reason within a year. And then I tried many VR, AR games. That's why. And then I find out what is a key point, also what is the requirement to develop the VR games. That's mainly I'm going to talk today. Come on. Oh, that one. Sorry. Here? Yes. So as I told you, Gumi is a mobile gaming company, but we are trying to be #1 entertainment company in digital space. That's why we are trying to expand the multimedia business at the moment. And this is better. Okay. And we established 10 years ago, and we are public, and we have 700 employees, and we have several studios outside of Japan. And this is our current mobile gaming office, and then I'm in charge of the San Francisco office at the moment. Yes. And this is our current game, but we recently launched 2 more titles, and then that's also going very well. But mobile gaming side, our current strategy is primary launch in Japan, and then once it's successful, and it localized and then published other countries. And we also have a VC, and we invest in more like a media, mobile, live streaming companies, those kind of areas we're focusing on. And then VR. So we are heavily involved in the AR/VR space at the moment, and try to establish the market globally. And this is current our activities. So of course, our wonderful partner Tipatat Marco, we established a $50 million size fund in the Silicon Valley, San Francisco base, and they were actively investing. And of course, we are a gaming company, so we are developing in-house game. And incubation program, we established Tokyo, Seoul, and then here Helsinki. And we also manage a VR startup community. And partnerships, we are actively talking to many organizations, companies, and then having relationships. And in-house development, we are still 100% from the income is 100% from mobile gaming. That's why in-house development is still R&D based, but we are trying to many things. And the incubation program in Tokyo, Seoul. And this is actually a 6-month program, and we provide a co-working space and all facilities for free. And then we invest like 50 to 100K, and take 5 to 10% equities. And then we have many mentors who are very successful and very experienced. And after 6 months, we organize demo day, and they invite a lot of investors and the startups to the presentation to investors. They try to get another fundraising. And those are our mentors. But we are gaming companies, but this incubation program is a variety. It's a very general, not only gaming, but also non-gaming, AR, everything. And yes, of course, Tipatat is here. And so, Tipatat is here. And Nordic VR startups here. Tipatat is here. He's a very good guy, and very knowledgeable. Yeah. And as you can see, we have many successful people, Nordic VR startups. And we just had a mentor demo the day before yesterday. It's very successful. And officially, we organize mentor day, and then we invite our mentors once a month, and then we just have a lot of discussions with startups, and then try to polish up startups' business model. So not only the business model, but also technical-wise, also finance-wise, we give many advice to just make startups get better. And after that, we organize demo day. Then Tokyo VR startups actually right now the 3rd batch, and this is our result of the 1st batch. We have 5 companies, and then 4 companies get another fundraising. And the 2nd batch, three companies, and three companies had another fundraising. This is a very, very good, successful incubation program. And the Soul VR startups, they also had three companies that were in the first batch, then two companies get another fundraising. And then this is the second batch. Soul is more like gaming still, and arcade companies is mainly. And Nordic VR startups, we hired 6 companies, but still we also have some companies in at the office. And the venture reality fund. Maybe I should just skip this one. Yeah, those are our main guys, Marco and Tipata, then our CEO, Hironao Kunimitsu. And our focus is always really changing, but still early stage investment. Because Marco and Tipatat is very, very into the local community, especially North America. And that's why we find out very solid startups, which the foreigner, quite difficult to foreigners reach out. And maybe skip this one. This is made by Tipatat. And he updated once every quarter, right? And then you can just see their website. And AR. And those are VR fund portfolio companies. Then actually, we invested 20 companies right now. And Gumi ourselves also invest directly. And then recently, we made a big 2 investment. One is a company called PlaySnack. They are Germany Berlin base. And then co-founders previously worked for the Crytek. And then maybe you guys know that game called Crime. And then those teams actually made the Crime, also Robinsons. And then they spin out. And then we just invest. A good investment. And then InExile Entertainment are based in Los Angeles. And they are now develop and publish the current Oculus Store #1 sales game called the Magister. That's also the very, very successful investment for us. And then this is our current result. So direct investment and the indirect investment, in total, right now, we invested 90 companies in the world. And partnerships. So we have partnerships with EUBR. EUBR now try to consolidate European VR startup communities. And Vivex, also Microsoft, and we are having a very strong pipeline with them. And this is our current result of the global AR/VR ecosystem. So we're really happy to establish the incubation program in Helsinki here. And landscape. This is also overlapped with Tipatat. That's why I just gonna say the one point. So everybody say the device penetration speed is actually much slower than we expected. But as you know, Oculus 5 now they announced that their device price, drastically going down, like $299, and then maybe next year less than 200, then quite easy to get, and then market is going to be expand very rapidly. And this is also Tipatat said, so I just gonna skip it. Also this one. Yeah, we invest a lot. That's why this is not accurate, but yeah, investment, amount of investment, also the companies actually is increasing. And yeah, we always say VR, but we strongly believe the mainstream is going to be the AR, and then people say XR, MR, and then the people are going to just switch VR, AR, and see the real world. That's our future that we assume. And for the business opportunities, we segmented for the 2 opportunities for the VR. The one is VR is going to be the next generation of the gaming device, and then communication device. And then gaming device side, as you know, the past console gaming devices, especially Nintendo Wii, they sold like 100 million headset units. But end of the 2016, the HTC Vive, the number of penetration is actually less than 500,000. But still, as you can see, that these numbers, many companies actually earn more than $1 million US within this device circumstance. But once that device penetrated like 100 million, maybe 10 billion, and then you can easily imagine how much we can potentially earn the money through the game. This is the big opportunities. And as a communication device, we strongly believe that AR, VR device is gonna replace with smartphone in the future. So when the PC online game, PC online internet comes up, many companies make many services. And when smartphone comes up, also many startups make new services. But basically, it's same, like just posting picture and then communication. But once new device comes up, and then startups just focus on the new device first service. That's why a new company is always to penetrate the market, and then existing companies always just behind because they have some dilemma and they are kind of get slow. That's why new companies always gonna win. And then right now, AR VR device comes up, and then you can think about it. If you see the mobile device, so many services right now, right? And then I think you can just replace those services in the new device. This is the business opportunities right now. Yes, sorry. And this is a little bit too much, but it's very understandable what's going to happen in the future. And there's a video. Just take a look. When in the future, everyone wears an AR glass, and then you see the real world, and then so many additional information comes up. If you walk on the street, many advertisement, also some navigation. If you see the people's face, maybe Facebook information comes up. And if you go shopping, and then more additional information. For example, if you just grab the items, and then you can see some additional information, or if you buy something, you can get a point. Those kind of things are going to happen in the future. Yeah, like this, additional information.
¿Qué está pasando?
Buen día, Emilio. ¿Qué puedo hacer por usted?
¿Qué está pasando? Mis puntos están bien.
So this is a gaming components, but as you can see, you can just imagine what kind of business you can create as a startup people. And this is the main part today. So as I told you, I'm talking with many developers all over the world, and they were always discussing what is the best experience, or how we just fix motion sickness, those kind of things. But if you want to talk about more detail, just come to me later because it's kind of general things. So I always say, VR games should be made by VR first. So always console gaming companies make big mistake because when the smartphone comes up, they just simply convert their existing game to the smartphone. But a console game is actually need a controller on a big screen. But it's quite less expensive if you just convert to the mobile phone. It's so hard to play the console game, right? That's why it didn't make it successful. But I think that Rovio is the first company find out what is smartphone fast experience. That's the Angry Bird. But Rovio's actually Angry Bird is not monetizable. But after that, Supercell comes up, the smartphone first experience, and then they have a monetization. Then same as the VR. So console gaming companies simply convert to the VR, but just made us sick, right? So just because console gaming, PC gaming, also mobile gaming, we play games through the monitor. We see monitor, then play. But VR is actually player is in the game. It's 360. That's why UI, everything totally changed. This is a big challenge to make the VR first experience, and this is one of the key points to make a VR first game. And the other things, so most attractive point of the VR is once you wear a headset, and then you totally go to a different world, like fantasy world or past or space something. But still, like I'm here. I feel like, oh wow, what is this? Then I want to touch something. What's this? Those kind of realistic feeling, also haptics. Those things is very important to make people more get immersive. Otherwise, sometimes when I wear a headset, and then my hand is like here, but my hand is here, but sometimes hand is here, hand is here. This is very, very stressful, and then people are gonna play that game anymore. That's why just try to focus very accurate feeling. This is very important. And of course, it's out of the discussion, no motion sickness. Just think about it. It depends on the game. If you have to walk, you have to think. Otherwise, you shouldn't make people walk in the game. Something like this. And also, if you can create a surreal, unbelievable environment in the game, and then people so amazed, and then people just really, really into your game. This is also important. How strange surreal world you create. Also, if you can provide superpower, which you never can do with this real world, like magic or just grab the bread, the throwback, those kind of superpower is also attract people. And emotional approach is very important. And then most of the company make like a zombie game and then fear and the people. This is very simple approach, but you can also think about many ways to approach emotionally, like make virtual girlfriend, virtual boyfriend, and then game really into the virtual girlfriend, and then just keep play game. Those kind of things, emotional approach is also important. And storytelling. So VR is also another world. So everyone has your own story, history, right? So also you should just create those kind of storytelling, the background, those kind of things. And then player is really into the world. Those kind of approach is also very important. So you don't have to cover all those kind of things, but still you should pick up those kind of elements and to make the game is, I think, very important. And I think maybe Tipata told this one again, right? So VR is very still new. That's why don't launch the game if it's still buggy. You should create a game as as much as good as possible. This is very important. Otherwise, people play game and it's so motion sickness. It's not good. They never come back. That's why please be careful when you launch a game. And then frequent update is very important. So user give you guys the feedback, and then you just do it. You just change it. Those kind of interaction is also important. And then still people never come back once they play game. That's why you also should make like design for the regular engagement. Possibly you can make it on the game mechanics, or you can also make a sort of event, like a weekly event or like competition kind of things, and then try to just make people come back to the game. That's also important. And play everything means, this is also my experience in the world. I'm meeting many people, and then some people say I'm really into AR, VR, and then start talking. And then I must ask some people, what is their favorite game? But some people cannot answer because they don't play. So if you want to make the VR game, you should try other games as much as possible. This is also important, how they create user experience, also how entertain people. Those kind of things is also important. Please just play many games as much as possible. Yes, basically that's about it.
Great. We've got time for one question from the audience. Okay.
Good time. Yes.
Announce who you are.
Great talk. Great talk. Question, for consumer adoption for virtual reality, have you seen, what has been the difference that you've seen in the Asian markets versus the Western markets?
Yes. So we think the VR game market is going to be duplicated. One is the house use, like a Vive headset and the play in the house. Those are one of the market we believe. The other things is the arcade things. So just go to the sort of karaoke bar together with friends and then enjoy. Those kind of things are going to happen. We believe. That's why we invest both of the companies. And then Asian market is actually now arcade places expanding very quickly. And then reason is easy. Asian house is small. And then, but still, game user is very enthusiastic to play the AR, VR, but still high-end device is very expensive. That's why they are hesitating. That's why gaming company provide arcade place. And then this one is also not only for the users who never tried VR, but it's as an entertainment place. Users really enjoy it. And then market is going to expand. That's a big difference.